whistling kind of sound. Did you make that up yourself?
I didn't make it up myself. I mean, a lot of other singers have done it in the past. It's just a part of my voice that I use and that I experiment with.
I mean, some people just can't do it, and you just...
I mean, it's like a place in my voice that I've always had because I have kind of a raspy voice naturally. So it's kind of like something within that where it comes from.
Can you do it now?
I could, I'm not going to.
I don't even really know what it is. It's supposedly, it's like, I do this high thing with my voice, and I don't know if you've heard on any of my records. Please don't ask me to do it now.
I wouldn't ask you to do it now. Could you do it for us?
But, no, it's kind of like, I don't really know how to explain it. It's just a certain part of my voice that I've always had that I can hit certain notes.
Well, it's just a part of my voice. I mean, some people like it, some people don't like it. I enjoy singing, you know, in that register, and it's totally a part of me, and it's something that I've always done.
You never tried to shatter glass or anything?
No, I haven't tried that one yet. I don't know. Somebody told me that their garage door was opening once. Some little girl was playing it, and her mother was like, why is the garage door opening?
Not many high-pitched squeals. Well, I mean, you know what? Some people, they'll be upset if I don't do the high. I mean, I didn't do it on the ballads very much. If I did on Butterfly, but it's way in the background. But I mean, you know, that's a part of my voice that some people, you can't please everyone. Some people are like, I hate when she does that. Some people are like, how come you never use your upper register anymore?
When did you know that you had that rather freak register, that very, very high register?
Well, actually, my voice is really lower, like my speaking voice is lower. People expect me to sound like, you know, a little chipmunk when I talk, but my whole life I've just, you know, pretty much had this other thing where I would wake up, my voice would be really hoarse, and then I would have this little high thing that I would kind of talk in, and I started singing in it, so. One morning, I was, I don't know, maybe 5th grade, and when I would wake up, I would always be like, I couldn't speak, I would sound like this. My voice would be very low and hoarse, gravelly, and so my mother was like, you know, always expected me to talk like that, and then I would also be like, but I can't talk. And I was in that range. I just started going, like talking this high little voice. And my mother was like, why are you talking like that? Like, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, it's just easier. I don't know why. And then I just started playing with it, figured out how to do it. My mother said, you're going to hurt your voice. You shouldn't be doing that. Da, 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 da. And then when I really learned how to do it, she'd be like, you're hitting above a high C and a this and a that and all these notes and things that I didn't even understand.
Is there ever a time, like when you hit that octave that could break the glasses and stuff, is there ever a time where you wonder, are you always assured that you're going to hit it?
No.
You're not?
No. But you know what? You go for it and you see what happens.
Have you ever been on stage, you went for it and it wasn't there and you went, huh?
Then I went, let's see. Oh.
Yeah. Took it down low.
A lot of people compare you to the late Minnie Riperton. How much of an influence was she?
It's flattering for me. I mean, she was a great, great singer, and she was definitely influential in developing that side of my voice.
Really? One of the people you sang along with?
Yeah, definitely sang along with her. When I heard Loving You as a little girl, I always wanted to try and hit those notes. And I realized later that I had that in my voice. So I've just been experimenting with it.
When you hit those high notes, and I expect glass to start cracking. It's like, is it live or is it Memorex? Good Lord. You know, I mean, who was your inspiration?
Well, I was inspired by a lot of great singers. Minnie Riperton, with that register, she used to sing in that register. And when I was little, I used to listen to her records and try to hit those notes, so that's where that came from.
I think some people kind of envision you getting out of bed in the morning and having that be like the first sound out of your mouth.
Well, actually, if I'm having to do like a performance or something, I'll just test it out and see, is it there today? Okay, because it's not always there.
It's not? Do you have to do something special to make sure you have that range, or
no, I don't know.
Just totally random?
Well, I don't know what it is. Sometimes actually if I'm hoarse, like if my regular voice is hoarse, it's almost better up there. I don't know. It's a strange thing.
I agree with a lot of the critics who said early on I was showy in terms of using that aspect of my voice a lot and over singing. David loved that part of my voice. David Cole was really like, sing sing your highest note. Like, he was very encouraging me to do that. And I think that's because he was a musician and he just couldn't fathom the actual note, like that it was so high, and he liked that. Well, I think in the very, very beginning, like I saw this thing I did the other day for the NBA playoffs, the first time I was ever on TV, and I sang America the Beautiful, and at the end I go like, the shiny sea, real high note that I can't do right now because I've had no sleep, and I went for it more than I go for it on live TV these days, because you can't control it. Now people know me, but then I was like, hey, no one knows who I am, and I felt like I was rooting for myself, like watching, like, wow, like I'm proud of her, like she just really went for this thing, you know what I mean? I was going for it. I was trying to establish myself as a singer. The whisper register of my voice, like that I use on Bliss, is something that is so fragile and unique and bizarre. Like, sometimes if I have a cold and I have no voice whatsoever, I can do high notes and do anything in that register, but speak not at all.
Okay.
Sometimes when my airy voice is real clear, like I was explaining to Joe tonight, like I can't do tonight, that's not as good. And I've gone to my throat doctor and he's shown me where it is in my voice that the high register comes from, where it is that, like, why I have a naturally rich voice when I'm speaking to you, and why that translates into me having this high register. It's almost where my voice would go into a rasp, but instead it becomes this solid high tone. So,
well, do you think that's where you got your real,
it's like hard to explain, like somewhere within there. I think people preferred me to sing like, sing this straight and do this like this and don't do the high notes because, like, critics are ragging on you for doing too many of the high notes, and I know that. If a critic wants to blindly thrash me, there's ample opportunity with the fact that, yes, I'm singing, you know, a lot of high notes. Yes, I'm belting, and people might say I'm over-singing on certain songs. Look, that's a part of my voice that I'm proud of. That's something that I have that's unique, and it's something that I was very influenced, obviously, by Minnie Riperton, you know, and Lisa Fisher's another one.
Walk me through, Miss Mariah Carey, the art of the high note. How is that possible? You hit those notes.
I don't know. Sometimes I just sit there and go, I'll be like, where am I with that? Can I do it today if I try? A little vocal warm-up, and then I'm just like, okay, I could probably hit a note if I had to. Because I have the nodules, I've learned how to sing around them and through, you know, with them, and it's sort of like I use a part of the chords when I'm hitting that particular register, the higher upper register. So on this album, I played around with like the upper register a lot, the high notes we'll call them, as background parts and different things that I've always kind of done that. But back in the day, it was very much like, oh, you've got to turn the high note down because it's annoying and blah blah blah. So that's why we did one of the 52 skits was about the high note and like my dog not being able to deal with it. And actually, he does, like, his ears do go like a little like haywire sometimes. He'll hear a certain note.
Your dog is like, whoa, Mariah.
Well, I'm talking about JJ, but one time I was belting, like hitting a mid-range, and I was actually working on this album, and Jack was in the studio with me, and he started barking along with the note. I couldn't use it, obviously, but I was like, you got to save that just for my own laugh and jokes to the engineers. So.
Even on a day when Mariah thinks that, ooh, I could have hit that note a little better, I could have hit that note higher, we're sitting there like, are you kidding? Most people dream of hitting the notes that Mariah Carey hits in conversation.
Oh!
Okay.